Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the BYU versus Arkansas college football matchup on Saturday, October 15th, 2022. Of course, it's my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year, College Football Saturday. And here on YouTube, I do tons of free pick videos, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. We do free picks every day, sportschatplace.com, pickdawgz.com, right here on YouTube, as well as across social media and our live shows. And when you give out that many free picks, you're bound to like some games more than others. And to find out which games those are, as well as to get best bets from some of the top handicappers in the world today, head on over to our website, pickdawgz.com, click on the Premium Picks tab. And while you're there, be sure to use the discount code 15OFF. You'll get 15% off all of your purchases at sportschatplace.com and pickdawgz.com premium area. But let's get to this one. BYU taking on Arkansas, and man, BYU's final year as an independent, they have milked it for everything that they've got. Another big-time division FBS opponent in this, and man, BYU, after facing Notre Dame last week at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, they've been to Oregon. They have really been through the grinder, as they say. Let's take a look at exactly who else that schedule includes, because I know I'm leaving some out here. Utah State, Wyoming, Oregon, Baylor, South Florida was the opener. So they have certainly, been put to the test, and they still have some pretty rough games up ahead. Meanwhile, when we look at Arkansas, those losses, 3 in a row at this point. The Texas A&M loss, probably the worst of those, where Arkansas had a chance to win and was unable to do it. But then having to take on Alabama, losing in that one, and that loss against Mississippi State, they got their butts kicked in that game. I got news for you. There's no other way to put that. And I know the Arkansas fans are a proud fan base, but I think even they can admit that was a butt whooping. Anyways, when we look at BYU, I think that game against Notre Dame, I think they had their chances. They just did not take advantage of it. And, I was out in Vegas for the game, and a lot of the Notre Dame fans would say at the time, and a lot of them said to me when I asked them, what'd you guys think? They said a win is a win. And I think that's exactly the way that Notre Dame was in that game. They were not too spectacular. Just a win was a win. Meanwhile, BYU, I think, probably a little bit, feels like maybe they let one get away. But the Cougs have been pretty decent this year. And we look at the numbers, and this is against top flight competition. The BYU offense, 59th in the nation. The BYU defense, 58th in the nation. Where it's against the run where BYU has struggled. And, of course, that Arkansas rushing attack, 10th best in the nation, but Arkansas not a balanced attack, 84th in throwing the football, and the BYU defense very, very good against the pass. When it comes to offense, the BYU passing attack is proficient, and it has been for the last 30 years. Meanwhile, Arkansas 127th against the pass, 120th in overall defense. That's what happens when you play Alabama and Mississippi State back-to-back, and 108th in scoring defense. Look at some quick trends here. Arkansas 0-4 against the number in their last 4, 0-4 against teams with a winning record. Meanwhile, when we look at BYU in this one, the Cougs 2-6 against the number in their last 8 non-conference games. Well, they'd all be non-conferences. They're not in a conference until next season. But BYU 0-4 against the number in their last 4 games. 0-5 against the number following a game they didn't cover the spread. I tell you, I just think BYU in this one, I think they find a way. I'll take BYU in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. Our betting tools are 100% free, and the way they work, they show you just how often all the bets on the board today actually hit. Then they show you today's odds, and from there, you can assess the risk-reward, putting yourself on the bets that come in the most and pay the most. And that's how you make money betting on sports.